Welcome back, student. Now I am going to be start about the third video of this week, and the topic that is electronic discovery. It is a look like again the like we discussed about the surveillance, okay, and it is the same concept. Look like how electronic devices are using for observing, for recording, and some individuals are using this kind of act without the permission, but the electronic discovery right now something related, and we have just here discuss about some points of electronic discovery. People are basically using for your data sometime for the with the help of electronic discovery. Here it is again the collection, preparation, review, and a production of electronically stored information for use in criminal and civil action and proceeding. Basically, we are using some electronic devices just like your cameras. Okay, we are continuously doing the recording, but if the problem will be occur, okay, then we will be use the camera storage. Otherwise, we didn't need it. If a user, if a client, if any person, if an employee will be after 2 and 3 days after maybe I mean to say same day, he complained that his mobile, its laptop, anything he will be stolen from the office, from the organization. Okay, then we will decide, okay, now the view the recording, camera recording. Fine. It is a concept simple. Why the electronic discovery, electronic devices are used. It is to collect just and prepare the way and the production of electronic storage information for use of a criminal and a civil action of a proceeding. Electronic store information include any form of a digital information that include the email. You have a previous record of an email. Okay, how just like I'm talking about how in how many classes I am going to be short, and even your attendance system, mean to say short attendance, that is some record where we will prove the student will not come in which date in a whole semester not attend the class, and their 75 attendance is required. This is some simple that not electronically, but we are doing attendance record with manually, and plus if we're using the some electronics things for the different purpose, that will be come in this perspective. Fine. Electronic storage information again that include any form of a digital information, that include email, drawing, graph, web pages, the photograph, word processing files, sound recording. It may be the database stored on any form of electronic storage device, include a hard disks, hard drive, CDs, and flash drives. Fine. It is the main purpose that we using the how the electronic devices are using. Fine. Now the most proceeding stages, if we talk about the uh, how the e recording or discovery will be work. Okay, it is a complete process basically with the several stages that I will be discussed with you people. And there is a no one size that fit all methodology, all rule, but the mostly e-discover law firm perform and investigate using their on procedures whenever they finding any culprit and they are investigating something. Fine. It is a some step that we are going to discuss the e-discovery stages, and that will be created into improve the collection, preparation, and presenting the relevant information where you want to this present it. Okay. Now, like uh, any other form of investigation, and e-discovery is a process with the several stages, like already I'm talking about this thing. Okay, you have several stages and technique. There's no one side that fit the investigation. Usually there on a procedure but most procedures include few common stages. And now I guess I already discussed these things with the people. Now now come on a different stages. And the next slide here is the some look there. It is the e-discovery stages. Fine. First is the information governance. It is a first point, information governance. Fine. And with the information governance, IG, it is an umbrella term that are describing the procedures, maybe control and policies for data collection and preservation. Best practices that are managed by the information governance that we are discussing about the basically just a framework, policy procedure, how data will be gathered with the observation, and how what the collection rights, who will be collect the data, and how the data will be stored. Okay, which kind of devices we are using already. Okay, that is all thing are already we decided. Now the if a problem is occur, information governance controller, okay, that just describing how which kind of procedure for control and policies is using for the data collection and preservation. Okay, now the identification, when the task is you need to be find the identification word. It is a attempt when the uh, any evidence will be found. Okay, when all parties have a preserved evidence, then the data to be which kind of data will be saved. In identification phase, the team determine what data be preserved by interviewing the key stakeholder, reviewing the case of fact, and analyzing the digital environment, which kind of identify which date and time data will be, which camera. Like I'm saying that one thing is stolen from the in near of a second floor. The cameras that are using and devices that are using on a second floor, you are just going the recording of a dead camera. You are going to be identified that. Okay, then preservation. Preservation is a after data is identified, data owner are formally instructed and preserve data and do not delete it. And now the data is, required data is preserved there, and data owner formally instruct you not need to be delete this kind of data. Okay, preservation. Collection is a several techniques, uh, technologies that exist to collect data, but the chosen application must be followed to define the legal process. And already I discussed in the IG. Okay, and these teams are responsible to collect the data that ensure the digital asset are preserved without the altering the essential metadata, such as file creation, date, size, added logs, attach each file. Okay. Then the processing, I mean to say when data will be collect, processing of a raw data, you need to be usually unorganized data, and that is a maybe the not in a formal way. You need to be process it, make it a better, and creating a some in a form of a report, because that's a raw data and it is not in the in this level that you will be uh, present in a court and any legally you will be report to any authority. Fine. So the processing phase, especially in electronic discovery, that involve the organizing data and finding the right way and analyze them. Fine. And now I am talking about the review. In a review case, it is a complete document, reviewing the complete documentation and digital asset that can be done manually or by using artificial intelligence. During the review stage, uh, pertinence information separately from the unnecessary data that is not the limit of the ongoing legislation. Now the just identify the document and reviewing the document that the client attorney privileges and required, and the required data just be finalized. Okay. Now the stage is the analysis and the time of analysis and the stage of analysis. We just e-discovery state that digital asset uh, become more organized for the presentation. It will be the view identify pattern and key information critical for the legislation. Now the production phase and the production, evidence in a legislation must be presented to other attorney, judge, juries, and depositing participants during the final presentation phase. Data is organized in a way that make it easy to praise and then convey to an audience. It is a presentation form, and in a presentation form, simply after the production, you are just going to be clear your point and present in form of graph, in form of anything that our policy is required. It is the finally again the e-discovery how the work it, and that's some points when we need our data and how we will be covered and how we will be present till the presentation, how we will give the report, complete report about the data. Fine. Now the student is some points that are the remaining in the our discussion. Now go on consumer profiling. Yes, it is the one. Another point, consumer profiling mean companies openly collect the personal information about user when they register at a website. Complete survey, fill out the forms, and or the enter the contest online. Okay, that is at some point. Normally, the considered as a consumer profiling. Fine. Well, student, we are discuss about the consumer profiling. Many companies that's obtain information about the web servers through the use of the cookies, text files that can be downloaded to the hard drives of users who visit a website, so that the website is able to identify the visitors on a subsequent visits. Companies also use the tracking software to allow their websites to analyze browsing habits and detecting personal interest and preferences. Your Google are doing already doing this on this. Okay, it is a all thing that I'm using on my Google account with the help of Google account plus your YouTube, your Facebook, all are basically using this. That is have a link to the in which things that I'm browsing more browsing whenever I'm active with my account. Okay, so automatically they're providing this kind of informations whenever I will be open in even though YouTube, in even in a Facebook with my Facebook account, even in a Google. Okay, they have a automatically generated a link just for my interest, for my just on a backend. They are using the information uh, how much time I am visiting different sites. Fine. It is a consumer profile, complete consumer record they that are maintaining and with the tracking software and how many websites are I'm browsing and my habitually browsing, then they are trace it. Okay. So that now consumer profiling process, I'm talking about the consumer profile process. Look here, the example as a marketer's customer profile, why the marketer and the organizations are interested for in this. Like in the first, they identify the best customer. As a marketing companies, they have take some information. They are maintaining the customer profile just for the they need to be identified customer getting the most value from your offering and the list down their important attributes, which are their liking, disliking. Okay, just identify the best customer who are involving, who are using their product. Then the survey customer, that is a flip the gap and the customer information with survey. Survey must be a contain question from all aspect geographical. geographical, from their culture, region, religious. That survey, just customer survey, just for their personality identification, their liking, disliking. And the extracts data from the online channel. It again analyzing and record customer data from your online channel, email, website, and social media, in which things you are mostly involved, and which that basically, again, I'm talking in a previous slide, tracing software you will use. Okay, create customer profile template, create a consistent customer profile template and add all customer detail, create a database to store your profile in one place. Fine. Update regularly. Now they're conducting quarterly customer survey to capture changing preferences and interests, will keep customer profile up to date. That is at some point major things that customer profile process, how the companies are identifying best customer, how the survey their customer, how they are extract data from online channel and create customer profile and update regular basis. Fine. And many, whenever you are going in a outlet and purchasing some shirts from trousers and anything, and sometime the agent, sale agent, sale officer, sale manager will be on a, especially on a computer guy, will be asked for your personal data. Sir, give your mobile number, your name, mobile number. Okay, then they are basically using for the promotion messages. Okay, that you people are interested in this kind of thing. Fine. It is a some technique that company are using and make the customer profile. Fine. Now in the next slides, uh, now there is a, you say, I'm talking about workplace monitoring. That is a last concept. I just cleared the screen. Just wait. Yes. Now, student, I'm discussing about the workplace monitoring. Workplace monitoring, that's again an important concept, like plenty of data exists to support the conclusion that many workers waste large portion, sorry, of their work time doing non-work related activity. Maybe you also involved, especially whenever you people in a class and attending a lecture, and you are in a whole lecture, some student are involved different activity, mean to say using mobile phone, and without the permission, even but they are using their mobile phone, and especially are not record their, not note their notes, and just talking with the friends. Okay, that is a plenty of data exists to support the conclusion that many workers waste large portion of their work time doing non-work related activity, and a survey, one study relieved that between 60 to 80% of worker time online has nothing to do with work. I mean, 61, 60, another source estimate that on average, workers spend about 4 or 5 hours per week on a personal matter. They are talking, okay, averagely they are talking 4 to 5 week on their personal matter. There are family issues maybe, okay. And recent survey by an IT staffing firm, especially 54% of companies reported they are banning the use of the social networking sites such as the Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, and LinkedIn to help reduce waste at work. 54% of company reported they are banned this kind of social websites, especially in the working hours. And the many organizations have developed policies on the use of IT in the workplace in order to protect against employee abuse that reduce work productivity or that expose the employer to the harassment lawsuit. It is a some concept, some survey that I just sharing with you people. The workplace monitoring, the organization employer, even though have an interest that the worker always be doing the work, and especially in their working hours. They expect a productivity, but again, as a human, because every man, every employer want some rest and relaxation, and they are uh, 4 to 5 hours, like we discussed, they are using 4 to 5 hours in a week, discussion about their personal matter. But again, as an employer, are basically considered as a waste the time. Fine. Now I'm talking the advanced surveillance technology. That's again, we are using the satellite and cameras that can be point out the personal physical action, especially like amazing new data gathering capability, but it will be doing the work. But again, finally, individual privacy and communication privacy is the one of an important aspect. And but if the peoples, if the organization and some government institution have a right to collect these information from employer as well as the employees, but non for this information for the everyone. So that's all important that we will discuss with the different we discuss different topics, some limitation. Hope so you will be understand. And now uh, again, repeat your lecture, listen this video, and discuss with your friend. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Take care.